Yo, what's going on, my fellow Baroners? So this is going to be just a showcase, really, and I'm going to show you all the gear of the best build on the Desolation of Mordor DLC. So I'm going to show you all the gear so you know what to get in order to replicate this build. It did took a long while to get this, but yeah, you essentially have like a lot of command, infinite might. You know what I mean? Like you have arrows back, you have stealth mode forever. There's all kinds of stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna explain one by one first, and then I'm gonna show you some gameplay of everything in action. Okay, that's gonna be the order. This is the best build on Desolation of Mordor, in my opinion. You can make some alterations or two if you want to, depending if you want to go for higher damage type of builds. Maybe last second chances type of builds for more other types of gears as well if you wanted to. But this is personally my favorite decision here. So I'm gonna go cover the equipments one by one so you can see. So from the top down, you have the white equipment. Then we have 100% might for every strike when my might recovers to 0 if I get hit. So 100% extra might per strike. Then my critical melee hits, they always apply fire to the enemy. 30% more chance of getting critical hit attacks on my melee when my health is maxed. 30% more might per attack when my health is at max. So this is any attack, so it's combined with the other one, so it's 130%. My critical hits on a melee also apply poison to the enemies, so I get both poison and fire at the same time if I get a critical hit attack with the melee, and that's meant to combo as well with the 30% more higher chance there, as you can see. I also get 2 plus might per second just for doing nothing. Every second I get 2 might. And finally, 3% higher probability of critical hit chance for every hit streak that every number that I have on a hit streak. So one hit streak would be 3%, 2 hit streak would be 6%, and so on. So, and that's also meant to combo with the 30% already increased melee critical hit chance when my health is at max. Okay, so these two combo, I'm going to be essentially getting critical hits all the time, and when I do get critical hits all the time, I'm going to be applying poison and fire at the same time to the captain with my melee, and as well, and I get a ton of might as well for pretty much anything that I do on top of it. Okay, but with that 100% plus the 30% plus the 2 per second. Okay, that's I think the best as it gets on the sword. You could, and I already showed you a few alternatives you could try using there. Now for the dagger, again we have the white one, increased damage there. We have the on a stealth attack is going to summon the spiders as well as the ghouls. Okay, so we can create armies of spiders and ghouls, especially if you chain attacks. The chain stealth kills also count for spawning these guys. Okay, so those two. Moving on, next legendary there. When my health is low, there will be an explosion that will stun the enemies around me, so I can get away or do whatever. This is more like a second chance type of equipment here. Okay, so I don't die. Okay, so the next one is I will get one poison arrow back for every stealth attack that I do. This is attack, okay, it's not a kill. Any attack whatsoever from stealth, I'll get a poison arrow back. And these include the chains attack. So if I stealth kill one guy and then stun 10 others, I'm gonna get 11 poison arrows back. Okay. Now the next one, the attacks from stealth on captains will cause nearby enemies to run away scared. Now the reason for that is just so it opens for stealth attacks on the guys that are running away if I wanted to do them for whatever reason. And the reason why I would want to do them so I can do a brutal kill, which brings to my next equipment, which is the legendary there. So when I do a brutal kill, the game essentially slows down for 10 seconds after a brutal kill, and I'm essentially on stealth mode forever for those 10 seconds, if you know what I mean. And I can just chain brutal kills forever, and I'll always be on that stealth mode forever, and I can just keep stealth killing the entire game if I want to, the entire fortress. It's pretty OP. And finally, I have the one that you see increases by 60 my stealth, and thus it reduces the range from detection. Now the reason why I think this is good is it's gonna make it more easy for me to actually get the brutal kills on stealth, and thus start all these process. So it's meant to combo everything here. So I have a bit of ally creation, so to speak, with the arrows and ghouls. I have second chance. I have arrow farming, if you want to call it like that. or replenishing, you know, and I have a bunch of things to help me get the stealth happening, so I can slow down time and be on stealth forever. So pretty overpowered. Going to the bow here. Again, you have the white one, so increase damage to everything by 150 there with the white. Moving on, we have the less. I have my focus less, pretty much infinite when I'm flying. So 30% less consumption when I'm flying of my focus. I get 35 points of focus for any shot whatsoever that I do long range. So essentially, I can just keep shooting people and my focus will never end, you know. So pretty overpowered. As well as I can use that to recover my focus after finishing a chain attack. So because you waste chain to mark the targets, right? So but by hitting them, I'm gonna get the focus back. So, you know, pretty overpowered. Moving on, the deaths from chain strikes will require 50% less focus. So again, it meant to combo with the first one above. Not only is it's costing less, but I'm actually replenishing it by doing it. So it's pretty overpowered. Moving on, I get also 1 arrow back for every kill with the headshot. So as long as if I'm one-shotting people with the headshot, I'm also getting the arrow that I wasted to kill them, I'm getting back. So it's pretty overpowered. I'm essentially never run out of arrows, and I never run out of focus, and I can just keep shooting people forever, for the most part, as long as they're dying. Next one would be the deaths caused by the the chain attacks will make the heads explode and make so the guys that are nearby are gonna run away scared. And again, this is so to open the possibility for stealth attacks, so I can do the brutal kill and then slow down the game for 10 seconds and be on stealth mode forever. It's just more like an opening for that. Then we have the shots on the head will cause an explosion that will freeze the other guys nearby. So on top of the terror, also have the freezing effect on people that are nearby. And finally, my normal bombs will also make an explosion of ice and freeze everyone. My normal bombs, okay, not the fire, not the poison, the normal ones. So these all allow me to apply more ice in my gameplay, play more with that element. So these for the bow. Now the shield, I have the white one as well, like normal, to reduce damage. I have this one legendary where using a healing item. A healing item will be used automatically if I die. So if I were to die, my health gets to 0. Instead of me going down, a health item will be used automatically and will not allow me to die essentially, as long as I have a healing item. So that's what it does. Now, moving on, reduced by 50% the damage from long range attacks, because it's very easy for you to be fighting someone melee and then someone shooting you from the back with an arrow or something, and you get one-shotted by that, especially if you're playing on Gravewalker difficulty like I am. So by having this on, it reduces the damage, and I will get damage, but I won't actually get killed by those types of random attacks, which are really annoying from arrows. Sometimes there's some bosses, some captains as well, they can shoot you across the map with an arrow. It's really annoying to get killed by that. So this will help remedy that. Moving on, reduce 60% the damage by enraged enemies, because mostly you're gonna get hit mostly when they are actually enraged, because those attacks are harder to avoid. So that's why it's there as well. Moving on, I gain one extra opportunity. So instead of going down, I already have the one for healing. So maybe it's kind of overkill, I'm not gonna lie, but I already have the one for healing, as you see there. The healing item will be used instead of me going down. But in case I happen to have no healing item, I will still have a second opportunity that I can do that quick time event and not die. Moving on, I regain health just by flying. So any point that I need to recover health, even if it's low or too much or high health, I can just fly anywhere and I will recover my health per second that I'm flying. So I don't have to use healing items to heal myself essentially. Moving on, the counterattacks, perfect counterattacks will make an explosion of curse, and they will curse the enemies nearby. So this is good because it's pretty much the only way you're gonna get access to curse is by having this gear. And finally, my little punch attack, it will also freeze the enemies as well. And yeah, and this is really good on captains, especially if you want to freeze them. You can just do the, you know, in this case it's a circle for console. I can just punch them and it will freeze them. And again, it's just another way to get more ice into my gameplay, so I can play with that elemental more. Especially if the captain is immune to all the others. Finally, the armor. We have more focus there, as you can see on the white one. We have the trophy bronze there, so we get more higher quality gear from the captains that we kill. We have the next one, which is the followers. My followers, which is mercenaries and everyone, they cure themselves 2% health for doing nothing per second. Insanely overpowered. They will never die essentially with that, unless they're getting hit constantly, and it's really high damage. They essentially never die. And even if they are healing they are getting hit constantly, it's still very hard for them to get killed, because they're also healing themselves while they're getting hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's insanely overpowered. Moving on. If my death is imminent, as I receive damage, a mercenary will sacrifice himself in my place, so I don't die. So essentially, I have like 3 second chances here. I have the one, if I'm about to die, a healing item will be used. If I don't have any healing items, I'll have a second opportunity. And if I don't have any healing items, I don't have a second opportunity as well. I still have like 3 allies, mercenaries, that can sacrifice themselves before I die. So I'm essentially immortal. No matter how bad I am at the game, there's no way you're gonna die with all these gears combined, okay? You're gonna have way too many second chances. So that's the idea. Moving on, I have 4 points of might. When any ally receives damage, these also apply is any damage whatsoever, okay? Even if your ally is on fire, you still count it as him taking damage. So, and it doesn't matter by which means he gets that damage. As long as he's taking damage, you're gonna get might back. And this also applies to the arrows, the spiders and the Ghuls from the dagger that I showed earlier. As I'm gonna demonstrate all this, you're gonna see. Finally, moving on, plus 4 points for command when I kill an enemy, so this helps me farm command a lot faster, as well as plus 3 command when any of my allies get a kill. And this also applies to the spiders and the Ghuls that we're going to be creating. And last but not least, if not the most important, plus 4 might for any time my ally gets an attack. Again, this also applies to the Ghuls and the spiders. So anytime they get hit or they hit something, I get might. Yeah, just like that. And that's insanely overpowered. And that does it for the armor. Okay, guys. So let me show you a bit these equipment in action, and that'll be the video. All right. Okay, guys. So the first thing I want to show is the gain on might. So as you can see, I gain might for doing nothing because of that gear that I have. I get 2 mites per second. So for doing nothing, I always have my might build up. Okay. Now let me show you a chain hit. I'm gonna use the fire so you can see this as well. I can do a stealth attack, just like that, and then I can chain strike. You see, I can pretty much chain everyone because I'm also I spend 50% less. Oh, he just canceled my thing. That's kind of bugged out. But anyway, it shows my another point. So you see right there, I could use a healing item, or I can just fly, and just flying recovers my health, as you can see there as well, which I think is much better. You don't have to waste your healing item that way. Let me show you here in the fortresses a little better. So let me use the normal arrow to get an area here with a lot of enemies, and you can see I can pretty much mark everyone. I can get up to 20 marks because you know, my marking takes 50% less. My chain attacks take 50% less from the gear, like I showed you there, off my focus. So I can instead of marking 10, I can mark 20 people essentially. And you can see, notice my arrows as well. I'm gonna get my arrows back because you see 10 arrows, because every kill that I get when a normal arrow gives me a normal arrow back. Okay. Every headshot kill that I get gives me a normal arrow back. So in that case, I wasted normal arrows, so I got, you know, normal because it was a headshot. I got my normal arrows back. But let's say, for example, I don't have I have 10 right now, right, of the normal arrows. If I were to waste my arrows and I chain attack with my fire arrows, it will still give me, because I'm doing a headshot, it will still give me my normal arrows back. Okay, even though I'm not actually using them. Now, it's the same thing with the poison ones. As I'm gonna show you here. So you see, I'm gonna waste all my poison arrows, and I'm gonna use the normal arrows to get the chain kills, and that's still gonna give me the poison arrows back because it's a stealth kill. Okay, as you're gonna see here. If you remember, I have a gear that gives me poison arrows back for doing any stealth attack whatsoever. So just like that, I get my stealth attack, and I can mark pretty much as many people as I want. I don't have to kill that many, but you can see I could still mark pretty much 10 more people because my focus pretty much never ends. You can tell the ice explosion as well because of that gear that I showed you. When you get a headshot, it will cause an explosion of ice. So you can see I got a couple of my normal arrows back because I was killing them with headshots. And you can see my poison arrows here are all recovered as well, even though I didn't use them because it was considered a stealth attack, and the chain attacks are also considered stealth because it started from a stealth attack, if you know what I mean. And you can see as well it spawned a bunch of ghouls and the spiders because you know, those were stealth kills. So I wanted to, let me showcase a little bit of the ghouls and the spiders getting some kills and doing damage because of those two equipments that I do also get. And you can see my command is already full as well. Let me just waste it here. Oh, that actually spawned my guys. I didn't know it did that. So let me waste my might just so you can see I'm not doing anything. And you see how fast my might gets built? That's because of my allies, okay? When they take damage or they do damage, I get might back. So you can see how fast it builds even though I'm not doing anything. You know, and on top of that, I still have the, if you remember, those two gears that my own attacks, they also charge more, way more might than normal. You can see I got, you see right there, one strike and my might is full because I get 130. You see right there again. I get 130% more might from my attacks when I have full health with those two gears that I showed earlier. Not to mention again, on top of that, I have the might building per second and my guys getting might for me when they take damage or do damage. So yeah, it's insanely overpowered. You essentially have infinite might the entire game. Oh, and the spiders and the ghouls, they will actually follow you around the map, okay? So if I start running, they will actually follow me, and they will attack anyone that gets near. There is a limit, by the way. I noticed that there is a limit to how many ghouls and spiders you can spawn. So you know, eventually, if you keep spawning more and more, they will just kill off the guys that are alive to spawn new ones, if you know what I mean. Now let me try to demonstrate the slowdown on the stealth attack so you guys can see what I mean. But it has to be a brutal kill, okay? Because of that gear on the dagger. If it is a brutal kill, he will also spawn the guys as you see here, okay? A brutal kill also spawns the ghouls and spiders as long as it's stealth. But you can see everything slowed down, and you're essentially on infinite stealth mode. And I can do other things as well, like normal attacks or an execution. But you know, they will you know, will stop counting my 10 seconds if I don't chain another brutal kill. Notice as well my command, how much faster I'm building it. And you can see no matter what I do, I'll always have my my stealth ready because I'm this like infinite stealth mode. You can also chain kills in this mode as well. And you can see I'm pretty much, as long as I keep getting brutal kills, I'm in stealth mode forever. I can do a normal attack as well. It doesn't have to be a brutal. But keep in mind, whenever you do anything different than a brutal, your 10 seconds are counting out. And at any point I can just start it again. And you can see the ghouls and the spiders keep spawning because, you know, I'm getting stealth kills. Yeah, and just like that. Now, if I find a captain, I'll show you guys. But you can also keep doing stealth over and over on a captain if you have this on. So you see right there, my 10 seconds ran out. So I have to kind of start it again. And you notice how he didn't saw me right away? That's also because of that equipment that I'm using to reduce my detection range. So you see, he was pretty much looking at me, but he still didn't see me. And I was able to get the brutal kill. Oh, so there's a captain. Good. So I can demonstrate on the captain here how OP it is when you have this on. And remember as well, I have two equipments that make so the guys run away scared. So I can make the stealth option happen that way as well by making them run away. So see, I kill a guy close to the captain with the brutal kill, and I can go to the captain himself and pretty much do whatever I want to him. Let me just get my time again. I can do a stealth kill, then also follow with the a stealth attack. I can also follow with an execution. And my 10 seconds are still there, so I can still chain again. This case he kind of got me out with the animation, but I was about to brutally kill this guy. So let me see here, demonstrate what I mean. So remember, my chain kills cause explosions on their heads, so I can make guys run scared. Well, there's not many guys here, but I mean, it wouldn't really even matter. Even if you don't have too many orcs nearby, you can just find one. You know what I'm saying? You see, he's running away scared right there. That's because of the headshot that causes an explosion, and then I can use my brutal on him, and everything just starts again. So I can go to the captain, get a stealth kill, and then I could go back and chain this with the brutal to make the timer, you know, reset the 10 seconds. You know, and just you can keep doing this, like attack the guy and then attack the captain, and then attack a guy and then attack the captain, and the timer would essentially never run out. And you're in infinite mode forever, infinite stuff mode forever. And you can actually do multiple stealth attacks in a row as well. I can demonstrate that on the captain, but you can actually do multiple in a row. Like, you don't have to be, like, you can do a stealth attack and then do a stealth attack, you know what I mean? Like, repeatedly on the captain. As long as you're in the stealth mode like this, you can do whatever. So yeah, that's most of the gear. Let me see if there's anything else I forgot. Okay guys, so the explosion I didn't show you guys. Let me find a bigger group here. There's on my left here a few guys. Oh, they just keep showing up. I'm gonna take the chance to show you guys the repeated stealth attacks you can do on the captains. So I just find a random guy here and get a... Remember, my detection range is smaller as well, so it's really easy to get him to not notice me, and I can just stealth kill him. So see, I'm 10 seconds of stealth mode. I can just keep stealth killing them like this over and over. So I do once, I do a third time. Hold on. Oh, let me show you the counter attack as well. Oh, the explosion here. You see the spider attacking him. You can see right there. My normal arrows actually, sorry, bombs. They actually cause an explosion of ice as well. So you can use that to freeze people. And see, anytime you're low on health, instead of using the healing item, you can just fly for a few seconds, and I'll recover my health back, just like that. So yeah, let me try showing you. You see, they're very hard for them to notice me because of that equipment that reduces my attack range. So you see, now I can just pretty much stay on stealth mode forever. You see, he's kind of slowed down there, so I cannot attack him right now. He's still not available to do a stealth attack, so I have to wait for him to move a little more before I can do that. I can do an execution as well. It's probably gonna help. Oh, you can combo this with the shield as well. The shield already gives you more might. You see how fast I get the might is ridiculous. This is another point as well. You see, as long as I'm getting headshots, I get my focus back. You see how it freezes everyone there that's close by with the headshot. You see, notice how slowed down my focus is as well, because you know, you see it freezes everyone around. Because I'm getting a headshot, I'm getting my arrows back, as well as I'm getting focus back for every long range attack that I do. just like that. It's insanely overpowered. But let me show you the air version as well. So notice how slow my focus is drained on the air. See what I mean? Like, it's pretty much infinite. Like, there's no way. You see how slow that is? And especially keep in mind, if I do shots and they're headshots, I'm not only getting my arrow back, but I'm also getting my focus back, just like that. So I can pretty much stay forever here in this, like, you know, stealth mode and whatnot. I can chain thing as well. Remember, it's gonna spawn Ghuls. You see, killing them with the chain strike like this, because it's a headshot, also gives my arrows and my focus back again, as well as the ice explosion, and it also gives me might. Okay, let me try showing the critical hit, applying the effects. I'll try to show the counter as well. So see right there, I got a critical. You see right there, that little you see how he got that little smoke, green smoke? That's because he's both with the fire effect and the poison effect at the same time. You see right there, same thing with this guy. You see how he has both effects at once? He gets this little burning effect as well with the poison at the same time. And you see how easy it is to get criticals. And I'm not even at a high hit streak, but the higher hit streak, the higher probability I'll have. Just like that, got a critical again. Another critical. You see, it's pretty fun. Another critical, like 2 in a row. The higher my hit streak, the easier it's gonna be to get criticals too. Let me try to show the counter attack here. I missed that. You see the arrows? You see that was a good example. I'm gonna pause here. You see how he recovered his own health? If you want to go back to the video, he was dead, right? He recovered his health by himself. That was that equipment that uses the healing item when I actually go to 0. That was a good example right there. So as long as I have a healing item, I pretty much never die. I'm trying to find someone to counter, but these shield guys you cannot counter. It needs to be someone with a sword, like this guy. Yeah, these are not helping. There's just a bunch of shields and arrows everywhere. You see right there, I just used the healing item by itself again. Come on, guy, attack me. There you go. So I got the perfect counter, and you see he's gonna give an explosion of curse, just like that. So everyone that's near it gets hit by the the curse explosion. I hate the shields, guy. The shields are really annoying. See, I can just freeze everyone, including the captains. And notice my command. I haven't used my command too much, but notice how it's already full again. I could also use it right now, and it's gonna recover all my arrows, you know, all my my health, and also, as you can tell, make some of my guys spawn. Notice my command. Notice my command. Notice how much it's filling up, and not pretty much not doing anything. That's from my my allies getting kills. I can also chain as well. That's gonna help me get more kills and build my command even more. See, it's already full again. You see how OP that is? If you get kills as well as your teammates, you get command insanely fast, and also it keeps dropping more. You can see right there, one of my mercenaries, there's coins everywhere, as you can tell too. One of my mercenaries has an epic trait, and it makes more arrows drop, so that helps as well. You're already gonna get normal drops regardless of the mercenary, but I mean, you know, he's giving a little more percentage there, so I have a bunch of arrows back in case I wasn't already getting them back from my gear, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's insanely OP. I can actually use I'm gonna use the stealth attack here to, you know, because that is kind of a huge fuck up there. So a huge mess, I can just go into stealth mode forever, and that would be a little more fun. But yeah, I think I showed everything here. Oh, I didn't show the strike here that will freeze. That's the only thing I didn't show. I don't need to show the second opportunity. I think you guys can figure out what that does. And yeah, that's about it. Let me just show you the attack, and now go to stealth mode. So it's in concept. You see right there, I just did it, and it's right there again. I just froze the captain. This attack right here, it will freeze the enemies. Right there again. So I can have ice on my counter attack. Will give curse as you saw right there. So it's pretty fun. You know, I need health. By the way, you cannot take damage while you're using the chain like that. But if I need health, I can just, instead of using a healing item, which will already be used by itself if I die, I can just, you know, do this, fly, and I will gain my health back. I'm going to stealth mode. Oh, he saw me. There's some curse effect. Let me try to get a stealth for someone. Okay, it's gonna have to be someone just not nearby, because these are all looking at me. The only bad thing about the Brutal is that you cannot be flying when you get the Brutal kill. You know, you have to be like on the floor. There, I got it. Now if I want to, I can, you know, easily use this on the captain. That's so really cool how it keeps spawning the spiders and stuff too. But see, 10 seconds is a long time. It may not seem like it, but it is. So you see right there, stealth attack, 1. My 10 seconds is about to run out, so I need to get him again. You're also building might when you're getting the brutal kill, just keep that in mind.
Okay guys, so I'm just gonna have a few extra footage here of just me playing the build like normally, whatever, so you guys can see maybe, you know, in action a little more without me talking. And that's the video. Thanks for watching, and take care.
You see my mic is already full again. But guys, I think that shows everything about the build and how much you can do with this. Is pretty OP.